Thank you everyone for joining this Matchday -1 press conference with New Zealand captain Kane Williamson. Kane, I'll just start off with a question for you. Can you tell us about how the preparation has been this week here in Guyana for the team after arriving from Trinidad?
It's been good. Plenty of opportunity to train here at the stadium and using facilities in the middle as well. Obviously a night game, so training tonight will be handy for preparation, but nice to look forward to our first match after maybe 10 days of sort of training, so the team are excited.
And just lastly for me, before I take questions from the floor, can you update everyone on how the squad are tracking, any injury concerns, everyone fully fit and healthy?
Yeah, squad's healthy, so it's a nice start.
I'll go to the floor now. Can I have questions from the floor? Front row.
Thank you, Ben. Kane, welcome to the press conference. And of course, it's a big game for the team. Another world event. New Zealand very much is always there in the run and always considered maybe a dark horse for these events. 2021, you made it to the final, 22 to the semifinals. If the trophy is to be lifted this time around, what needs to be done?
Yeah, I mean, some good memories, but don't count for too much in terms of coming to another event and, the focus having to be the challenges that are in front of us. And, it's a slightly different format in terms of the competition layout. So for us in our pool, it's trying to start well. It's trying to put out strong performances. We know it's been maybe 10 days or so before our first match, but once we start, the matches come pretty thick and fast. So it's trying to start well and build throughout and know that if we play well, then it gives us the best chance to get as far as we can in any tournament. So we're looking forward to our first game tomorrow. Afghanistan are a very strong side, and then just one game at a time.
A lot of talk about the conditions, even here in Guyana. The pitches have been given a fair contest between the bat and ball. You've spoke about Afghanistan. If you can please just elaborate a bit on it, their strengths. What exactly, from an opponent's perspective, would you be kind of looking out for? Of course, they've got a very potent spin attack, but it seems now they're covering almost all base with the very decent fast bowling options, and plus the batting, especially at the top order, providing a lot of firepower.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a team that have just grown and grown every year, and certainly players that have been involved in some of the franchise cricket are well aware of the capabilities of the talent and the world-class skills that they have within their side. And like you mentioned, they've always had really strong spin options, but now they're a very well-balanced side with the seamers that they have and the batting as well. So, a tough challenge and a team that's playing well and growing a lot. So, for us, we know that there are strong teams throughout this competition, and often comes back to our cricket. We say that often. So it's about the cricket we want to play and focusing on our plans and roles that we have within our side.
Akeem.
How important is it going to be Trent Boult or any of your new ball bowlers in the Caribbean? We've seen a bit of swing in the first few overs. Getting wickets up front is crucial in these conditions.
Yeah, I think that's everyone's intention. It certainly is a good start when it pans out that way. So we have seen some swing and seam throughout, exploiting conditions as well as you can as an attack is key. But we've seen a number of differences, I think, throughout the different grounds, the different venues, the style of play that's been shown. So I think it's about adjusting to what's in front of you, because every day is a different one.
Yeah. Rachin was unveiled at the last World Cup, the 5th over World Cup. Anyone in store you think may spring to the headlines for New Zealand at this World Cup?
Hopefully a few guys, but it's a well-balanced squad. Everyone a realistic option in terms of matchups and balance. So it's just looking to complement roles as well as we can and go out and commit to the cricket that we know gives us the best chance.
Second row.
Skip, you had quite a number of players who are fresh from the IPL. How significant is having so many players coming into this World Cup with match time?
Yeah, I mean, there are a number of players that were involved in the IPL, and only a few were playing regularly. So I suppose there were still opportunities to train and put time into your game, which is nice. But yeah, everybody's come from slightly different places, whether that's having time off at home or other cricket around the world. So yeah, I mean, when you come together as a team, it's always nice. You try and connect as a group again and start preparing for what's just around the corner, which obviously for some time has been this major event.
Yeah, Skipper, you have been around a while.
Thanks.
Tell us about your preparation for this tournament.
Yeah, unique. Sort of how I just mentioned, I mean, off the back of IPL and everybody had different experiences there and different exposures to either regular game time or not, and that's the nature of the competition and the nature of international cricket as well, is that you're often coming from something, whether that's something as a team or other competitions nowadays. So I know the guys have enjoyed working hard in the 10 days that we've had to prepare, and just excited to start our campaign off tomorrow.
In the front row, Ahmad.
Kane, the other day at practice, we saw your players in a really good nick, it seems, and we were all ducking for cover here, working at the venue with how the balls are flying all around. So, again, but maybe, do you think that these, of course, the pitches, are they like the 200 types, maybe all-out six-hitting, or would it be all about perhaps at times grafting through, as has been seen in the tournament so far? And also, from a bowling perspective, you seem to have a very well-balanced attack as well, with Henry, Ferguson and Bolt providing the quality with fast bowling and Santner, so the seasoned performers for you. So just a bit about your bowling as well, and the overall strategy, and whether six-hitting would be a factor here or not.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen I suppose a trend already, and it's been quite different to perhaps some of the cricket we've watched in the last year or two, where the conditions have been challenging perhaps to six hitting, or certainly a lot of regular sixes, but no doubt there'll still be a place for that. But I think the balance between sort of navigating different periods at play to give your team opportunities to do that is probably important. You know, the different venues, I think, provide different challenges and different areas to target. So, you know, as a team, it's just trying to be smart with that. And like you mentioned, approach it with a well-balanced squad so you can try and, you know, use the resource that's required, really. So, yeah, I mean, as a team, you know, it comes back to the focus that we have on our game and how we want to skin it, I suppose, you know, which can look different every day, but that commitment to those roles is important.
One more about your personal, of course, form and fitness. Unfortunate, the last World Cup for you with that injury. But now, how does it seem in terms of your own fitness form and being such a wonderful performer for New Zealand over the years? Where do you place this event? Because while, as a friend mentioned earlier, maybe I think time Kane Williamson, of course, you have had the ICC World Test Championship may have lifted, but maybe a white ball trophy also, which your illustrious career maybe deserves.
Yeah, I mean, nice to be involved in that last World Cup after some time off the field and recover relatively well, which was exciting for me, really, and grateful to be able to take part in that tournament, which was a wonderful tournament. And then I guess over the last year, there's been quite a high volume of cricket across all the formats, and it's been enjoyable. And you know, I suppose any player that gets sort of deeper into their career and perhaps some of those opportunities naturally become less. But the same thing is just our approach to it. You know, what gives us the best chance? There are no promises. There's obviously good intentions and hopes and dreams, and so many teams have the same ones. And so, you know, it comes back to that cricket, what we're trying to do as a group, and really put your attention and focus into that and see what unfolds.
Right. Thank you, Kane, and thanks everyone here, and thanks to those watching online.